Hello and welcome to this week's edition of
YITTY!
Yes, I'm talking to you, and that was not Nina Blanco's voice.
It is not.
It was the incomparable, also my former radio host, also my former boss.
Yeah, kind of.
For a little bit.
Kinda.
That's Deuce, everybody, back with me.
You just dead named
For
me.
Yes, I did dead name you. Only to let everybody know that they know who you are.
Yeah.
But we don't call him Deuce anymore.
Are you still going by Dubs?
You know, this was actually a little thing we discussed on YITTY a couple weeks back.
Right.
Was Nina's like, I feel like I have to stop calling you Dubs because you
Right.
changed your social media handles.
Yeah.
And nobody at our current office calls you Dubs. And I was like, but why?
Yeah. It's weird. Like, Nina started calling me Dave. She was one of the first people to adopt Dave, and it was so weird. And now when I hear the old radio name, it kind of pulls me back because it's been 2+ years now.
Yeah, but I mean, you're forever in our hearts as taking a Deuce. I know you don't like I know that's why you don't like it.
Yeah.
So here with Dave Jacobson. Do you like Dave or David better?
It doesn't matter. I worked in a call center, and that extra syllable mattered. So I used to be like, I'm David. My father is Dave. I am David. And then when you work in a call center and you're answering 900 calls,
Yeah.
it's Dave. That extra syllable actually matters.
Dave.
100%.
Dave. All right, well, he is Dave Jacobson. You can find him now at,
Dave J on the mic,
instead of,
Deuce on the air.
right, so if you are wondering who that person is that randomly popped up in your timeline, I had a couple people say that to me.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, who is Rob T. Radio? Oh, okay, I got it. I figured it out.
I got a message the other day from somebody who offered to bring us breakfast burritos for Breakfast Burrito Friday. I was like, dude,
really?
I got news for you. We haven't been on the air since July of 2021.
But
I love that.
appreciate
Though.
you.
Yeah. I love that. I'll totally bring you some burritos. Like, great. Come to my new job.
And make sure you bring 27 because there's way more people here.
Absolutely. But they're all like gluten-free and vegan and no fun.
That didn't sound very flattering.
I feel like I'm the last of a dying breed of just like gluten meat eaters and processed garbage, which we'll get to later when we talk to about my subject.
There's a whole bunch of us. We just don't broadcast it because
Because it's not special.
Makes us fat and not special.
Very true.
So if you're watching on YouTube, you see I'm in a different place. We're actually live at the Stanley Marketplace. I guess live to record it. At the Stanley Marketplace in Aurora.
Yeah.
It's actually one of my favorite places to go. I love this place. But it is home to the Visit Aurora office,
Yes.
which is what you work for now.
I do marketing for Visit Aurora, and they've graciously allowed us to use the office for YITTY today.
And in like this super sweet like corner of overlooking the entire marketplace glass room, it's pretty swanky up here. Like,
God.
this is way better than the radio studio I normally sit.
Dude, Denver Biscuit Company is to the left. You have Rolling Smoke Barbecue behind me, the wafting aromas all day long. There's an ice cream shop. There's a chocolatier, and everything is $20 to start. Like, you cannot get out of lunch out here without spending $20.
But I will say, I told you, like, afterwards, I'm going to Rolling Smoke because I like it that much. And yes, I know it's going to cost me $20, but
Worth
worth
it. Burn ends, bro. Burn ends.
All right, well, thanks for sitting in for Nina.
Yeah.
So we normally start with you, me, and we, which means you complain about something, and then I complain about something, and then we complain about something together.
Great.
So we'll start with you complaining about something, Deuce.
Everything is...
No, Dave.
Dave. Well, everything is expensive, but at least it sucks too.
Yeah.
And it's kind of making me a Karen.
Oh, no, what happened?
I feel like I'm Karen adjacent. Now, the thing about Karens is that there's a lack of reasonability to their complaints.
Yeah.
There's also like racism and ageism, and I haven't got to that part yet.
Thank God.
But one of the things that have come out of the pandemic is this awfulness that is around us in every transaction that we engage in now. The companies called it for a time an issue with the supply chain, right? It's really corporate greed. Everything is absolutely expensive. And now there is zero customer service anywhere you go at any time. I don't know about you, man, but I'm on the verge of confrontation with these workers all the time.
Yeah.
And I must preface this by saying, I get it. Your job sucks. Nobody wants to do it. You get paid crappy wages. You don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. You can't afford to live. So no wonder you're going to be difficult for some people. But I pride myself in trying to be considerate, conscientious. I'm a thank you, please type of person. How's your day going? Dude, I have documented 6 experiences in the last 2 weeks that have made me absolutely want to fly off the handle and go full Karen. May I go through them with
Sure,
you?
let's go. 6, you said?
6 of them.
Number 1.
Dairy Queen. Do you remember how good the Blizzards used to be?
Yeah, I just had one a couple weeks ago. It's fine.
Now they fill it up with soft serve. They put a pittance of toppings at the top, and they barely mix it. When we were kids, they put half the soft serve in. They put full toppings in. You got more soft serve, more toppings. They mixed it all together, and you had joy. Now it's $8 attitude and no toppings and soft serve. That's it. And you get just vapid, angry children coming at you with their lack of customer service.
Number 2.
Shop Mazda on. I was giving you $1,000 to fix my car, right?
Yeah.
I'm pulling up into the bay. I don't know how their system works. There's an employee in a car next to me who starts waving me off and honking at me and almost flipping me the bird. Does a burnout in the garage to get in front of me. And I'm like, if this had been on the street, on the road, like 5 feet away on Havana Street, we would have had an altercation.
I would have thrown something at you.
It was absolutely obnoxious. But here's where the Karen component comes in. Like, I feel compelled to tell the manager, like, I don't know how the traffic works in your garage. Maybe you don't have a passive-aggressive employee basically go road rage on me in the middle of the transaction, especially when I'm spending so much money.
And just be shitty in general. Like,
All right,
you don't have to do that. All right, number 3.
Number 3, okay. The rest of these are going to just prove that I have a terrible diet and I shouldn't be eating this child's food, right?
With Dairy Queen.
That's true. McDonald's, all right? And by the way, nobody who's not drunk or over the age of 8 should ever eat McDonald's, but here we are.
Do it all the time.
Absolutely. So the one in my neighborhood, they park you no matter what. And it's a way of gaming the system. They can juice their service numbers,
Right.
but park you. And I hate that.
hate
But
that
they won't park you if you get small, innocuous items, right? If you get like a cheeseburger and fries, which is what I like to do. You can't get any premium items that they have to cook fresh because then you'll definitely get parked. I order the innocuous items. I get parked. Damn it. I wait there for 15 minutes, which I think at that point, you reasonably can get out of the car, go inside and say, hey, been waiting out there for 15 minutes. I get an eye roll when I walk in. I get a, we tried to deliver it to you, but you left the car. Just this a passive aggressive, like, bro, it was $4.
Yeah.
What's going on?
This happened to me, and I was debating this. It was a couple of years ago, but I was debating how long I get to sit there before I can go in and say something and be like, guys, what the hell? Like, it's been 10 minutes, 15, 5. Is 5 enough that you're waiting? Because 5's a pretty long time to be waiting at a drive-thru.
And again, I get it. The job sucks. Nobody wants to do it. You're not getting paid well. I get it. But it's like, bro, there is no modicum at all of customer service left at all. And I feel very old saying that. Yeah, I feel extremely old saying that. I go to Jimmy John's this past weekend, right? Number 4.
Okay.
No, this is number 5. We're almost at the end.
5.
All right. So walk in on a Saturday. Nobody goes and gets sandwiches on a Saturday, right?
Yeah, that's true.
The 3 employees are lounging in the restaurant, like in the booths, on their phone. I immediately walk in. They go, we don't have any cheese. I go, oh, well, I put in an online order. Okay. Lady gets up, walks over behind. We don't have any cheese. I go, well, my sandwiches don't require any cheese.
Does it not? Wait, you ordered a sandwich that doesn't
I ordered
require
2
cheese?
sandwiches that didn't require cheese, and then they begrudgingly start making the order. So you put in an online order, like with the idea that when you get there, it's ready to go.
Yeah.
They hadn't even looked at the ticket, and were already trying to get me out of the door before I even entered. Again, it's like, come on, bro. Like, I get it. The job sucks, but really, is every transaction going to be a fight in this new world that we live in?
I had this happen at a Wendy's where they said, credit card machine is down, and they expected me to just like pull out. I'm like, okay, I got cash.
Right.
And they're like, what? I'm like,
Right.
Yeah, I got cash. Fucking make my cheeseburger.
And my final gripe is, you know how I love to donate blood every 8 weeks. It makes me feel like I'm doing something good, whatever.
Yeah.
I go to Vitalent, which I endorsed and love what they do. I go there to donate blood on a Sunday, and I hear the people who pull your blood griping about folks showing up for their appointments. And in the words of the immortal Nikola Jokic, people say they like their job. No, they don't. Everybody hates their job. I get it. Don't tell me that you're annoyed that I exist when I'm trying to do something good and positive. You keep saying that we're in a realm where there's blood shortage and you need donations. I'm feeling like a good guy coming in here. No, it's actually annoying that I'm here. I'm annoying to your existence. It's just these little things that are, it's just upsetting.
I know, and everybody, it's such like a microtransaction society.
Right.
And I mean that in a lot of ways. I mean that in like people don't want to have to provide service for whatever they do. They just want to give you your little thing and move you on. They also like don't like having long conversations, right? Like they just want to talk to you for 30 seconds and be like, okay, bye. You know what I mean? And so the combination of all those things has led us down this road of like customer service just not existing.
And I guarantee you, if all the people who were working in those situations were sitting here to defend themselves, they go, do you realize how much jackassery I deal with every day from customers and bosses, and I'm not getting paid, and I'll never be able to afford a home, and I'll never be able to get out of student loan debt, so screw you that your Blizzard sucked.
Yeah.
But it's created this societal feeling of, I feel like dread. It's like a microcosm of dread that we all experience whenever we just go out and exist now.
But that's because the bill paying job, like you shouldn't have, you really shouldn't take any pride in it.
Right.
Because it's not enough for you to survive.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, why take pride in your job? Because in actuality, like there's nothing to be proud of about it because you're not even making enough to rent a house, much less buy one. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. It's
essentially the gripe is at these companies for not paying people to care.
I feel like that really is it though. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if they paid more, people would care more about doing their job.
Yeah.
But who knows?
I'm done, Dubs. I'm done being a Karen. Or
right,
what's a
that was
male
you.
Karen? Is that a Keith? A Kevin? Let's go with Karen.
Dave?
Dave. How dare you for being right?
All right, mine is similar. I'm going to sound exactly the same of you. My me is people in airports.
Oh.
Which, like, when we were on the radio, we would do this segment like once every couple months.
Uh-oh.
But it's like, I just traveled. This is why we missed the YITTY on Monday. I was on vacation, and like, I don't know, everybody's just rude. Like, you're not the most important person on the planet. Mm-hmm. So, like, couple examples. Like, one was me. I was trying to get to my seat, and I had to walk past the guy. I had to scooch past the guy in my row, and I'm like, my seat's right there. And he's like, okay.
Right. Like, you figure it out.
And I'm like, are you, like, in my head, I'm like, are you going to get up?
Yeah, he's got to get up and step into the aisle.
That, I figured decorum dictates that.
Yes.
No. He pulls his legs in and, like, turns to the side, like,
Okay.
expecting me to shimmy past him, I guess.
Right.
So I go full on ass out right in his face. Like,
Good.
I put my butt right in his grill.
Oh, what a dumb move.
If I was meaner, I would have literally pressed it against his goddamn nose because I was pissed about it. But like, who are you that you're like so special you can't stand? Oh, I can't stand up now. And it's like he didn't have a disability or anything like that. Don't send me the tweets. Like if he would have been disabled or something like that, I'd figure out a different way. Fine, I understand what you're doing.
Well, and we're robust men, right?
Yeah.
So like, even looking at us, you'd go, yeah, I probably need to get up and make way.
And I was just like, listen, the flight was shitty for other reasons, normal reasons that a flight is shitty. But like, I don't need to start my trip off with that.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting at that guy looking, I'm like, fuck you. You better not do any. You do one more thing, I'm going to smack you. One time I thought he was getting a little lippy with the flight attendant. I'm like, oh, I'm about to unload on him.
Oh, you were like, I wish he would.
Yeah.
You were almost rooting for it, weren't you?
Absolutely, because then I get to tell him the business.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was, so the plane stops, and, you know, everybody takes their seatbelt off.
Right.
You land, you get there, but the door doesn't open right away.
Right.
And these two people come like running from the back.
Yes.
To get as far up as they can before somebody stands in the aisle, stands in their way.
Right.
And they can't get all the way up to the front. And it's like, we all want to get off the plane, bro.
Yeah.
Like, all of us want to get out of here.
The only time that's appropriate is if you have to make the connection in 5 minutes, and usually the flight attendants will help you out.
I was going to say, I've been in that position before, and the flight attendant literally moved me to the front seat of the cabin and said, here, I'm going to put you here. That way you can get off immediately when the door opens. So if that was true, plus it was 10:30 at night. You're not getting a fucking connecting flight anywhere. I know better than that. Like, you're a lying sack of shit.
This brings up an interesting internet argument because some people get really annoyed when folks stand up after a long flight. Just the standing up annoys some people.
I know.
But I consider them heroes for the folks who are trying to rush up from the back. Like if somebody stands up to stretch their legs, I'm like, yes, you're doing the good work of keeping the modicum of decorum that exists on a flight. So I love the people. I'm a guy who stands up, and it's not because I think I'm fast. It's because I've been cramping for 4 hours sitting here.
Yeah, but like, not only, so like, I saw a guy like see him and stand up.
Right.
I was like, yes.
Good.
But then like, not only did he stand up, but then when it came time for his row to go, he like let out the people from the one side and then the people from his side.
Good.
fuck that.
And let the other person sigh. And
Shove him into an empty row and make him wait until all of us walk by.
I love that.
So that was the you and the me. Oh, it's time for the we. Okay.
Yay.
So we have ass clowns for the we.
Yes, we do.
Did you see this story about drivers who went up a closed pass in Colorado?
Okay.
So it's in apparently San Miguel County.
All right.
So the San Miguel Sheriff's Office shared that a group of drivers, it wasn't just like a car, a
Right.
group of drivers ventured up what's called Black Bear Pass,
Okay.
which is officially closed. And the reason it's officially closed isn't because of the weather, obviously. It's because it needs repairs. Like the road has rock slides and dangerous portions where like you could cause another rock slide.
Closed for a reason.
Yeah, like it's closed for a reason. So these idiots went on social media and said, Black Bear Pass is unofficially open, and created a little drive around so they could drive around. Because, like, I don't know if you've ever seen when those passes are closed, but it's just like 2 poles and a bar. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, so if you have an off-road vehicle, you can find a way around it if you really want to. And so, like, they get stuck up there. The one
course.
car starts sliding off the road.
Of course.
The other cars try to help them and can't, and they start sliding off the road.
Yes.
Now cars are all jammed up on there. It's in a place where a tow truck can't get to.
Right.
It's in a place where the cops can't get to them. So now they're like, not only are the cars stuck, but the people are stuck up there too. Because it's not like a wide enough road that you just pop out of your vehicle and start walking. You know what I mean? Like they're on the side of a cliff. And so the San Miguel Sheriff Office, which I'm pretty sure this is the same one that did a large boulder the size of a small boulder.
I remember that. Yes.
So I mean, listen, social media managers change often, but I have a feeling that maybe this is the same person because they unleashed this like list of tweets with the pictures of this car that's stuck and falling off the road.
Right.
And like most of them sound pretty professional until you get to the last one. And it literally says, some people have it together and know what they're doing, but some who venture up there are complete ass clowns.
Yes.
We may not be able to reach you if you have an emergency up there, so be prepared to abandon your vehicle, be stranded, or be seriously injured and inconvenienced. And like, all right, I support my police station talking like this.
I love this.
Support my sheriffs.
I love this.
Reading this. Do you?
Yeah, absolutely. Because so here's the thing: you're putting yourself at an unnecessary risk. You're now putting first responders at an unnecessary risk. I think social media shaming should absolutely come hand in hand with these stupid acts. By the way, what most folks also pointed out is the main truck, the main culprit, had a Texas license plate on it.
Did it?
Read into that what you will, but a lot of people piled on.
I have to see. So good.
But I think we need more social media shaming. I mean, we saw what the Lakewood Police Department did a few weeks ago when they found the fake Kardashian thieves at the Ulta.
Yeah.
I think social media shaming is a powerful and strong tool. I think it also humanizes law enforcement, which in a broader sense is needed. I think we need to remember these are real people dealing with real things, and it's okay for them to put their tongue in their cheek occasionally and poke a little fun.
Well, and I think it is relatable.
Yeah.
Like, we are all sitting here saying these people are ass clowns. We want the cops to feel like they're more of a part of society. Well, one of the ways you can do that is be like, hey, stop being fucking stupid. You
Right.
know what I mean? It is absolutely a Texas license plate with a little plastic shield on it that says SRS off-road.
Yeah.
Not going so well for you, is it, as you go up?
There's also a hubris that people in those types of vehicles, and you see it during the winter, it's the guys who go too fast in these four-wheel drive trucks because they think they can. They think they can't slide on four wheels. That hubris, that belief in a lack of any sort of consequence. It's good when you see somewhat of a comeuppance. Thankfully, nobody was injured.
Yeah.
But I think it's good when they get a little taste of that.
And I kind of go both ways on it.
Yeah.
Because one, the road's closed.
Right.
So don't go.
Don't do
There's
it.
other fucking trails you can go
Right.
up. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
not like it's, but just, be smart about it. And then the, also part of me is like, if they want to drive somewhere, let them drive somewhere. Just, you better not expect me to come get you better not expect tax dollars to get paid to come get you. If you want to drive your 4Runner up there and leave it up there for a couple months because you couldn't get it down and you have to wait till the trail opens to get somebody to get it down and incur fines from the Park Service because they can't get up there to do the work that they need to do, then fine.
Yeah.
But you better be ready to pay all that shit. You know,
Absolutely.
you better be ready to pay a Huey to go up there to lift your car off the road. So,
Ass clowns everywhere.
I hope they are. I hope it's the same person that did the small boulder the size of a large boulder.
Yeah,
Or was
absolutely.
it large boulder the size of a small boulder?
I think it was that one.
It wasn't.
A large boulder the size of a small boulder.
Yeah, ass clowns. All right, so we do a lot of bitching and complaining on
Yes.
YITTY. So I don't know if you know, Deuce, but we like
Catharsis.
we like to take a break though
All right.
midway through and just kind of talk about some good news.
Okay.
So I found this story also related to a police officer, so I thought it was a decent one to bring. An officer was in the neighborhood when he saw a fire start at what looks like it's probably a mobile home or some small house. And it's got its own privacy fence and stuff, something like that. And all of a sudden, he could hear a dog in the back.
No.
And the dog was chained to a fence in the back.
Oh, no.
Luckily, the dog wasn't inside the burning house.
Right.
So the cop kind of goes around, hops a fence to get back over there. And as he's doing this, the dog starts running back and forth. The dog is chained to the fence, close to the fire, and unable to get free. So he runs up, and you think, oh, I'm just going to unclip the dog, right?
Right.
It'll go. No, this dog not only has a chain around its neck, but it's padlocked.
Oh, jeez.
And so, one, fuck that guy, whoever he is.
Right.
But the cop is standing there trying to figure out how to get this chain off this dog. He ends up busting through the privacy fence to the neighbor's yard. The neighbor obviously hears the commotion and comes outside, and he's got like hedge trimmers. Cause like, who's got a chain link cutter? I don't know what it would be
A
called.
bolt cutter, I guess.
Bolt cutter,
Yeah.
right? Like, who's got one of those just lying around? So
Right.
he gives him this like hedge trimmer. He's like, this is the best I got. At least it's got a lot of leverage on it.
Right.
You can try it. It gets so hot that the dog actually hops through the privacy fence and is like getting like pulled because the chain goes through into the other side of the fence.
Wow.
But at least he gets protected from the fire. And this poor little pit bull, this sweet little picture. Look at this little picture. This adorable little pit bull. Oh, just like help me, save me.
Right.
And so the cop finally, after several attempts, because again, it's not a bolt cutter, right?
Right.
So he tries and tries and tries and tries and cannot get this thing off. Finally, he gets the thing clipped off. Him and the dog move away from the flames and the heat, and they sit down, and the dog just kind of looks at him like, thank you. And like the body cam footage is like, oh. So I wanted to give some props to the cops.
You're also a big softy now because you got a pit bull.
I do.
Yeah.
He's a foster
He's-
pup.
yeah, right.
He's up for adoption. So
Right.
if you are looking to adopt a white pit bull, I've got a gorgeous, lovely little Dozier who's happy to be your friend.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it was just, I don't know. It was just one of those moments that, I don't know. When I was a kid, I always thought, like, do you want to be the person that runs towards the problem or away
Right.
from the problem? And those are two very different types of people. And I appreciated this cop going all out for just the little pup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the dog. He didn't have to do that to save an animal. And he really put himself in danger for that. So I thought it was a nice story.
Can I throw in a bonus feel good? And I specifically want to throw it at you. Last year, the sporting world and the world at large was brought together by the story of Damar Hamlin,
Oh, yeah.
who experienced cardiac arrest on the field after receiving a hit. And it was a scary moment. We thought we saw a man die on the football field. He's back in full action now. You're a Buffalo Bills fan, but we all became Damar Hamlin fans. Are you surprised to see him not only on the field, but this quickly on the field?
So it turns out, and this is one of the parts of the story that was underreported. Turns out the Bills kind of said to him, like, we really don't think you should do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you want to, we are there to support you, but we really don't think you should do this. He went to 3 separate doctors. They all cleared him. They all said he was fine. They all said it was a fluke. It just happened to hit in that 1 millisecond when his heart was beating and it caused paralysis. Like, it was a very strange circumstance. So you worry about the kid being too bullheaded, saying, I want to play football again.
Right.
There's millions of dollars on the line. I mean, even a guy like him has, a couple $1 million contract. So it's the most money you're ever going to make at a job. Of course, you're naturally inclined to say, I'm going to do it again. So everybody was a little bit concerned. But yeah, seeing him out on the field and just the confidence he had that he was going to be okay, I think made everybody else feel better. And then I saw he went over and hugged his mama afterwards, and it was just a little sad moment.
It's interesting when you see players come back from, say, a knee injury, you watch them almost with bated breath. I remember watching Jamal Murray, like, stay healthy, stay healthy, stay healthy.
Yeah.
When it's a heart, it's even more of that. I mean, I imagine the first play you see him on the field, you're locked in on him saying, don't get hit, be okay. And I wonder how long it takes for you to normalize back into football warrior mode before, and even as a fan, before you can just compartmentalize it.
But even just normally in the course of a game, like I know I felt this way, and Josh Allen has said he feels this way.
Yeah.
Like you just got to get that first hit out of the way, no matter who you are, right? Like everybody just needs to get that first hit out of the way, and that way now I'm playing football, let's go. And I can only imagine, like, of course, he's practiced and scrimmaged and stuff since then. But I can only imagine him in that game saying, like, I just need to get hit once and just be okay. Yeah. And I'll feel better. So, yeah, that was a nice story from over the weekend. So
time for Whack Ass of the Day?
It's Whack Ass of the Week. It's important that it's known that this person, whoever you're going to name, is the Whack Ass for the entire week because... Nina tried to call Cardi B the Whack Ass of the Week and tried to say something good about her in our next podcast. And I said, no. It has not been a week that she has fulfilled her duty serving her time as part of the Whack Ass of the Week. So, Deuce, I did it again. Dave.
Well, okay. Can I give a junior Whack Ass of the Week?
I mean,
and a major Whack Ass of the Week.
Is the junior because it's a kid?
No. But it's just an annoyance Whack Ass.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so going to the movies these days is a bit of a chore. You have to put on hard pants. You have to get in a car and deal with traffic. You have to drive to a movie theater.
Did you call them hard pants?
Yeah, hard pants, like jeans. Or I guess you could walk in with, you can go Adam Sandler core, which is how I rock, the basketball shorts.
Yeah.
But you drive, you spend money on a ticket, you go and you watch the biggest blockbuster of the year. Well, aside from Barbie, I'm talking about Oppenheimer, and you're watching for 3 hours and you can't hear anything because all of the dialogue has been recorded to mumbling actors. You find out that Christopher Nolan, the director, made that choice on purpose. He says, yeah, I like those takes, so I'm not going to have them re-record that audio. So you're sitting in an IMAX theater, you've paid a premium amount, you've invested upwards of $100 if you have another person with you, and Christopher Nolan decides you're not going to be able to hear or understand the dialogue because he doesn't feel like it. So he's my junior Whack Ass of the Week.
So wait, it was just like a mumble take?
So what'll happen is he'll like the acting performance and he'll just accept whatever the audio is. So typically what happens in movies is they'll go in and redub speaking parts when it's mumbled or a word is flubbed. And it's so seamless in post-production, you can't even tell that the actor's gone in and redubbed it. But Christopher Nolan refuses to do that, and we sit there and strain to understand what these actors are saying.
That is wild. That is crazy.
That's my junior Whack Ass.
Okay, that's the junior Whack Ass of the Week. Who's your actual Whack Ass?
Well, since we've already burned down, and I apologize, I burned down any corporate sponsorship you will ever receive.
I'm pretty sure that we're not going to get any corporate.
Burger King is my Whack Ass of the week.
What happened?
So, Kevin Ford was a cashier at Burger King for 27 years in Las Vegas. For his 27 years of service, he received a backpack with a movie ticket in it.
Well, okay.
For his years of service.
All right.
27 years of service.
Just going to throw this out there. 27's not like a big anniversary.
Kevin
Ford. What they do for 25? Was 25 something nice?
No.
And is 30 something good? Because then maybe 27 is just like, yeah, man, we get it. You're still here.
In 27 years, Kevin Ford did not miss a day of work. He did not call in sick once. He worked on holidays. He put his 2 children through college.
Wow.
Well, the internet got hold of this story.
Oh?
And started a GoFundMe.
Okay.
Kevin Ford has now racked up $408,000, and he's going to use the money for retirement.
Nice job. Well done, internet.
Now, there is no obligation for Burger King to celebrate
That's true.
Kevin Ford or to give him a grandiose gift. But it is kind of emblematic of what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Where you're a number on a spreadsheet, something that we've experienced personally in previous incarnations.
World, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but in today's world, isn't it kind of better if you get screwed like that? Because there ain't no way Burger King was giving him $408,000, right?
Right.
And so he ends up better off because Burger King screwed him and didn't give him like a silver ballpoint pen or something.
Right. Yeah, if he had gotten even a Timex watch, I guess people would have been like, all right, you got something.
You're like, you got something worthwhile, it's $500. No, now he's got $400,000 that he's got to figure out what he wants to do with. So, like, I don't know. Isn't the outrage almost better these days than, like, letting your company take care?
I'm sure he would say so. There's another story I just want to get your take on before we wrap up here.
Okay.
The Tuohy family. Specifically, they're the ones who are now embroiled in a legal battle with Michael Oher of the Blind Side fame.
Yeah, yeah.
And the reason why I did not give them the whack ass of the week is because the story is a little wonky. And it's hard to know who to believe in this. Now, if you don't know what happened, Michael Oher was over 18 when he joined the Tuohy family. He was not formally adopted. They say, look, you can't adopt somebody over 18. He was signed to a conservatorship so we could give him health insurance so we could enroll him in college.
Yeah.
He's saying, no, this is so you can control my likeness and my story and get millions of dollars. They say, we didn't get millions of dollars. Everybody in the family only got 14 grand a piece for the movie, which, by the way, if that's the case, you have a shitty lawyer.
Oh, that's why the writers are on strike right now, right?
Right. So my question to you, Dubs, would the Tuohy family have been a whack ass of the week in your opinion, or do you think there's something more nefarious here? Is Michael Oher in need of money? What is going... I can't grasp a good opinion on this story.
How often, though, do we hear these stories and it turns out that, like, the accountant or the, you know, whoever the lawyer is or whatever is the one who actually got the big payday and screwed everybody else over?
And the family has suggested that Michael Oher's lawyer is behind all of this and it kind of has instigated this lawsuit.
It's sad to see, because if they did actually help him out and he did have love for him, and then this money thing is what split him, that is kind of sad to see.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it sounds like he's kind of getting a little bit screwed. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah. It's just hard to know where it's coming from, right?
It's one of those things that I wouldn't give anybody the whack ass of the week until I find out what's actually, like, put it into court and get a judge to decide, and then we will decide who the whack ass is.
Okay. Well, there is a whack ass part of this story that has emerged, and it's the people on X/Twitter who have demanded Sandra Bullock to return her Oscar from the movie.
No, I will not stand for blaming Sandra Bullock for this. She's an absolute smoke show and was great in that movie and should not be in any way shamed for the fact that the actual lady was kind of a dick.
Sorry, I gave you 3 whack asses.
Yeah, you were excited for whack ass
I
of the
was.
week.
I was.
Normal, it's like Nina's thing, and normally she doesn't even care that much. It's super impressive.
I'm all about
You're on notice, Nina. You better start stepping your game up, because Deuce brought 3 whack asses of the week this week. David.
It's all good.
I think it's because I'm doing radio.
Yeah?
When we just hang out,
Yeah.
I call you David.
Yeah.
But I guess it's because we're in front of microphones.
Yeah, dude, this is fun. I really miss this. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we became de facto family during our time in our former incarnation. So it's nice to tap into that again. I'm grateful to you and Nina for allowing me to hang out on your platform.
I told Nina we should do a podcast that is the 3 of us just shooting the shit for an hour and release it as like a special edition. So who knows? Maybe we'll see that in the future.
That's absolutely coming.
He is David Jacobson. You can find him at
Dave J on the mic.
And I am Rob Trujillo. You can find me at Rob T Radio. And thank you for listening to this week's edition of
Yeah.